the topic I'm going to cover today is, I think, of critical importance for most marketers. And what we do at Numberly is really combine CRM assets, CRM data, first-party data, with programmatic. And the product I'm going to present today is one of our latest innovations, which was born in our Palo Alto research lab recently. And it's about a very interesting segment, a very interesting population in most CRM databases. If there are lots of advertisers and marketers here, I would like to ask them a question. What is one of the fastest growing segments you have in your existing customer base? Millennials, X generation, Y generation, Z, whatever? Probably you're right. But there's another one, another segment, which is actually growing very fast. And this is the inactives. And I'm sorry to say that, because maybe you would expect a great new name for a new segment. But it's true to say that inactives are a growing part of many databases. And so at Numberly, we noticed this and we wanted to address that. Because, in fact, the inactives are a black hole. You've got retargeting, which is great at converting the recent visitors. You've got digital CRM, which is great at increasing the lifetime value of recent buyers. And then you've got a black hole. You've got a black hole of people that are no longer addressed by marketers just because they don't know what to do with them. What do you do with an inactive? And what is an inactive, by the way? An inactive is a lapsed customer, is someone who doesn't buy, doesn't open your emails, doesn't click. You name it. You define it the way you want. But the problem is the same for all marketers. They just don't know what to do with this growing number of people. And so we came up with the idea of trying to address these people with a brand new product we called, sorry for that, Reactivator. It's a strange name, sounds like a medicine, right? But don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's actually very good for the customer base. We help work on reactivating their inactives and their lapsed. So how does it work? Very basically, we do receive from our clients a set of inactives, a set of encrypted data of inactives. And then we onboard these people using data onboarding platforms, you all know. And we start activation through a great platform, guess which? A great open platform, AppNexus. How do you want to reactive someone, to reach CRM goals, if you don't have an open platform? If you don't have the ability to know reach and frequency at the individual level? There's no point trying to do that. We are people-based from day one. How can you be people-based if you don't have the ability to know which person you've targeted? This is just not possible. So we use and leverage AppNexus platform and all their cross-inventory, cross-device targeting abilities in order to reactivate lapsed by targeting these onboarding data. And how do we measure that? And I think this is one critical part of the innovation here. It's about measurement. Because what we try to do with our clients is actually help them move the lines. What do marketers want today? We've heard a lot about great innovations on the sales side. But what do marketers want? They want, first and foremost, efficiency. And what is efficiency? Efficiency is about putting money in some place of the advertising ecosystem and seeing the results, and being able to see the relation between the investment you make on one side and the changes you see on the other. So you want to make sure that the test group you activate is actually much more active, buying much more frequently than the control group that you don't activate. And this is what we do with Reactivator. Because I think there's going to be a paradigm shift in the way digital marketing is being measured. Because people and marketers, they don't want to see tracked conversions. What is the track conversions? They want to see sales. They want to make sure that it was useful to spend their marketing investment. And so what we do here is we really split into two groups like you did when you were in your bio class. Remember, you had a test and a control. So we split the inactives into two groups. We have the control group that we don't touch, and we have the test group that we will activate with AppNexus with every single possible feature that we find on AppNexus. In order to do what? In order to measure at the end the real difference between the group we activate, the test group, and the group we don't activate, the control group. And we're the first company to be incentivized on real incrementality. So you have full transparency because our clients are going to be able to measure themselves the real difference between the two groups. And the only difference is the activation we do on the test group. So about results now. We've tested that in many different industries, from CPG to luxury, including travel, retail, you name it. In all cases, we see very, very positive increments. We see, especially on some segments, an increase of more than 86% in sales per person. So we also see that incrementality is a real new paradigm, because, again, it's very different from tracking conversions the way we typically do with tracked conversions. And people-based vision, the ability to know exactly which person you're talking to and comparing to someone who's pretty much the same in another setting, is definitely the future of digital marketing. Remember one thing, is that if you have non-viewable ads, you have no chance to have an impact, no chance to be incremental. Cookie dropping has no chance to be incremental. So what we want here is videos, all kinds of formats that are going to have an impact on the real behavior of the population we target. We tested that in many different countries, and we end up with a conclusion that we're going to see really a triple lift. There's a triple lift we're looking at here. The first one, of course, is the conversion rate uplift. More people buy in the test groups than in the control group, right? Second lift is the frequency of purchase lift. We want the people we target in the test group to actually buy much more often than in the control group. And last but not least, we want to see an AOV uplift. We want to have people buying for more because they're targeted. So to conclude here, we really believe that incrementality is one of the key challenges for the future of digital marketing. You will see people-based, programmatic, and incrementality being actually key topics for the future. And I really want to thank AppNexus here to be such an open platform, to enable people like us to come up with great innovations like this. And I really think we're going to see much more of that in the future. Thank you so much.